What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Minifigure Creations channel. I'm your host, Chase, and I know it's been out for almost a week now, but today I'm going to do my breakdown of every single Lego Dreamzzz set. This is a brand new Lego theme that has, how many sets does it have? I think almost 11 sets it does have, which are really cool. No cheap cop-outs, 4+ sets like they do with Star Wars and Ninjago. All big sets that come from the brand new show, Lego Dreamzzz. Now, yes, this is a kid's show, and I know we're like, well, Ninjago is a kid's show, kind of. And of course, it was a kid's show when we were kids, and we've grown up with it, and that's why we still enjoy these sets today. This is probably going to be a show I'm going to skip out on, just because it's not as interesting now that I'm a bit older now. And so, going off all these sets, they're still really good sets. Probably the best designs we've seen for a unlicensed theme. So I don't know. I'm gonna sort this. I'm gonna go from the lowest price set to the highest price set. Starting off with the cheapest is Mateo and Z-Blob, the robot. Now all these sets are really, really unique and have really cool building techniques, but it's just a mech. This set, I like how they use these like pipe pieces in trans green. It's just a mech. Nothing that crazy. This Mateo figure is great, but he does appear in so many sets. I don't know if that's a brand new hairpiece, but it does have some printing on it. The torso is great. This other minifigure is very boring. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a retainer or something like that, because I know they are, like, it's a dream, so they're sleeping. But you can also change the set and make it different, which is really cool. I don't know if they have a specific picture. Oh yeah, you can change the back. Okay. Yeah, it's not so drastic like some of the other ones, but that's really cool. Next up, we have Izzy. Okay, yeah, I did watch the trailer for the show, so I think these are siblings. So Mateo's like the younger brother, and I think Izzy's the older sister. And so I think they both get their $20 mechs. Easy enough to pick up. Izzy and Bunchu, the bunny. This has 259 pieces. I think it's 1.5 minifigures. Yeah, not as many minifigures as the other one, for the same price, although I don't think this one has more pieces, just because it has a more bulky build. And I think this would be a good set for your little sister, just because the figures are great. The hairpiece is incredible. I mean, like, this set, just to bet the hairpiece, is so cool. Also, it has these fire booster things for the roller skates of the bunny. But, I mean, if I pick up any set on this list, I think it will be probably the most expensive one. But, yeah. Or, like, any of these, I think I'd pick up any of these. Or, like, yeah, I mean, we'll get to them later. But, going on now to the $30 set, the Dream Village. Now, this is actually a really interesting idea for a set. It's really medieval. I think we really need, if they do bring back Lego Castle, and we're getting the markets in 2024 or 2025, this would be the perfect idea. Go cheap, $30 to $50 set that just has these small market builds. That's really cool. You have the armory, you have a bakery, and you have a magic shop right here. It's perfect. Minifigures, a little bit underwhelming. I don't know if this is supposed to be dwarves or something like that, but these mini builds, they do appear a lot in different colors. I know they also appear in black. Again, this character, don't know his name. I don't know how that's going to contribute to the storyline. Next up, we have a very creepy set that goes along with the villains, and it's the Grim Keeper, the Cage Monster. This is going to be retailing for $38 and has 274 pieces, so a bit overpriced. That helmet's not, yeah, that piece is not exclusive. It's one of the shoulders for Bionicle. It's again used there. It's a really interesting concept where it has the cage in the chest. Let's look at the minifigures. Okay, that's not a minifigure. That is a character, I guess. That's just a printed trans piece. And then you have this character. I like the torso a lot. I like that torso. These torsos are really cool, especially this Mateo torso is really cool. Dual mode legs. I wish we got printing on him. I think that's a new face print, actually. And a new color for the messy hairstyle. Again, great stuff. These minifigures are really unique. I do think I did a video yesterday on the Ninjago stuff, the new sets, and I do also think those minifigures definitely carry that theme. So we're moving on now to Mrs. Castillo's Turtle Van. This is going to be $48 and has 434 pieces. And I do believe this has, yep. So it has, okay, so this is really interesting. This is the Hagrid torso, and then it has, I think, new molds for arms. It's a really cool minifigure. I do have to say that. And then, of course, you get the Mateo and another girl. She has a very cool torso and leg printing. I really do love it. And that new hair mold, along with some other colors for those, like, mini zombie dolls, I guess. Again, I'm not going to go too much into these sets because there's nothing really much to say, but it's a van. It's cool. It looks like the Mystery Machine and sort of it's like you could sell things out of it. It's really cool. And now we're going on to, like if the build's kind of boring, I won't really touch on it that much. But here we see Pegasus Flying Horse, 284 pieces, 82 pieces, $50. I do like this bird build. It reminds me of the Fantastic Beasts bird that we got in the trunk. This girl, I think she appears in other sets, that same torso legs. She does have a cape. That's a really cool mold for that, monkey, corrupted monkey. And, of course, this king guy, I think he's the main villain, looks incredible. That's so many unique molds in this new theme. And since it is an unlicensed property, they do take more liberties because they know that they'll have to. They're trying to market mainly towards kids, specifically this wave. But if they want to get those adult fans, they need to include things that they wouldn't either, normally. So, because, they go out of their way to have all these unique prints. This reminds me a lot of, what's it called? The Ironheart that we got in October of last year. This cape piece is really, really also interesting. Again, these figures appear in other sets. I know a lot of people are hating on this Crocodile Car. I actually think it's really cool. I like the blue and red scheming together. They're great. The yellow also. The car is a little bit... But it's a really interesting idea, and I think it really pops on a shelf. All these a lot of these sets are really crazy and chaotic, and I think they're really cool. Now we have the stable of dream creatures. I really, really, really love this incredible build for this, I wouldn't call it a moose, maybe a deer. The build's okay, otherwise it's like a house. It looks like something you'd see in Lego Friends, and we did see these in orange for fire, but we do see them for trees. I think it's a great use of the piece. It does have a windmill there. Let's take a look at the figures. Again, great print. Oh, so that's the guy from before. Okay, so maybe he got in... Oh, so there's 3 styles for him. He has his racer uniform. He has one with his jacket and just plain legs. And then right now he has with the hair. And these 2 figures, I really like this here. A hair piece, amazing. But I don't think any of these figures so far are exclusive. Okay, now I think we're going on to the big dogs. I think this is my second favorite set. This is Mr. Oz's Space Box. This is such a cool idea. Have a school bus with all these characters. It just looks like you took the middle part of a school bus and put a spaceship on both ends. Really great idea. I think it was executed really well, especially with all the add-ons you can put on. I mean, all these figures are just filler. I think if you really take a look at all these sets, they really only have a couple figures that are just in rotation of different styles. So I wonder how interesting the show will actually be. Again, using those new parts in a different color. Great uses. I want to see what it looks like on the inside. I don't know how spacious is it going to be. I don't think we have a great image of it. But if it is spacious, I hope there's enough room on the inside because we don't see any pictures of it. So with that, we're moving on to the $109. What's it called? Fantastical Treehouse. Yeah, I mean it's a tree with. I do think the tree houses are pretty okay. Nothing standing out. I do like that. Those trans green though. And they're personalized to all the characters. It's a tree house. I mean, I think this is a cool because it all stands out. Nothing really. Again, these same rotation of figures. They're cool molds, cool prints. But it's what's the point in buying all these sets? If I had enough money to buy all these sets, I still probably wouldn't. But Like, I wouldn't want to buy all of them just because of the repetition of all the figures. And, like, the builds are, like, the only reason. And when the build is the only reason, it's a little more disappointing. Because, like, the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor, for example. That set I mainly bought it for the build because how cool they were and how much I needed them in my collection. Rather than with like, sets like these, like, there's no real reason to buy them. Because they're not really, they're tied to the show, but, like, this is my favorite set. If I did buy one of the sets, I would buy this one. Just because, even though it's $104, 1,400 pieces, it's an incredible set. Like, that shark, I saw it in the trailer, the shark was, like, moving. It's a great ship. We haven't gotten a unique pirate ship in a long time, since, like, Pirates of the Caribbean. Both the main figures, along with it, like, all the great prints. I don't know why. If you had swapped her out for one of the other characters, like, even one of these guys, it would have been perfect set. It would have been the perfect set. Price for piece, perfectly on point. Like, it's just an amazing set. Oh, we also have a ghost of is that the grandma? Oh, no, that's an island. That's really cool. That may be, like, where the show takes place. This set is perfect. I think it is a perfect set. I think if the minifigures were there a bit more for $140. But, this set, this themes, it's just a crazy theme. It's really, really crazy and wacky, and I think it's so cool. But at the same, there's a lot of good ideas. I don't think the execution, not as great. I do think that if this theme is not going to do particularly well, just because people are so preoccupied with other themes. But if you guys really like this theme, please let me know in the comment section below. What sets are you going to pick up from this theme, if any? And make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.